Hello, welcome to my video for this week. Today is going to be a different kind of video. I was writing in my journal this morning and I was inspired to read my entry today from my journal on my YouTube channel. So I'm recording this video with the intention of sharing something that is for the very first time for me to share with the outside world. There is only one human being who has ever read anything which is written in my journals, and I suppose for me it is a way of breaking a mental barrier that I might have of keeping my writing to myself, my core writing to myself. So I would appreciate your respect and your empathy at what I read. Also, please do give me feedback if you feel that a setup like this where I can write my thoughts in my journal and read my journal entry to you, which would be relevant and which would be value adding, is actually really something that you would like me to do more. I'm a little nervous, as you can see, so without further ado, I want to dive into this. I watched 3 Songs for Benazir on Netflix, a beautiful short documentary about life in the ruins of war in Afghanistan. What particularly struck me was the love between Benazir and her husband. I saw this childlike innocence and playfulness in this woman who was pregnant amongst ruins and in whose eyes you could see the love for her man, and in his eyes you could see the love for Benazir. How wonderful. The learning for me in this is that as years go by, love evolves into many different shades of grey. Sometimes it is bright and cheerful, sometimes it is damp and draining. There is so much abundance we have in life, and we can only be grateful. Wars and adversities, the ones suffering through these horrendous acts of terror, and the ones taking away from humans their basic right to be. These are people who have lost all moral conscience, and who have definitely lost the vision and wisdom that all humankind is one and we must be kind towards each other. And people who suffer the consequences of these horrors, they teach us that human life at its core is simply love. That even in the worst adversities, we will learn from them how to be human and how to love. To dance, to feel joy, to feel anger, to feel love, to feel understood, to feel misunderstood, to discover yourself amongst the myriad of emotions is a gift of being alive and being human. And these gifts are internal, and they do not depend on your external circumstances only. Your circumstances may influence these emotions and how heightened you feel at any point for any particular emotion. But you're not dependent only on your external circumstances to feel and experience the gifts of these emotions. In the pursuit to find balance, we often become transfixed, especially in the Western world, on the idea of a particular calendar or way of living, practicing meditation and yoga, finding ways to burn the excess of our physical energies. And in this, we also learn to adapt to stress and normalize it. Then when we have an overwhelm of emotions, we transfer this overwhelm to anxiety, depression, loneliness, and we fill our lives and our homes and our calendars with more goals, more things, and more tasks to finish. It is as if we are constantly searching a way to avoid feeling and experiencing these myriad of emotions without feeling guilty about emotions that we have checked out to be negative. We are but simply human, and like energy that flows in all different forms, these emotions will also flow through you. As you are a vessel of energy, each one of us is. Would we be surprised if we witnessed the brain scans of people from these war torn regions to be healthier and more content driven than those of us from stable living environments? Does this possibility seem appalling to you? Because it does not seem to me. Whilst the ones who are victims of wars have lost everything, what they have not lost is the will to live, and what they have accepted is the darkness, the horrors of these war, and the light, the hope for living. And they experience all emotions and do not judge themselves for their emotions. So during the May Mental Health Awareness Month, can we commit to some time by ourselves to reflect on why we are so critical with ourselves and how we can truly deeply cultivate gratitude for the abundance we have? And can we commit to reflecting on balance from a paradigm of joy of living instead of becoming a product of a system? And can we accept that life is not dependent on our outside circumstances, but simply and only on our will to live? I hope you enjoyed this. Really looking forward to feedback. And thank you for taking the time to listen to this. Take care.